Good morning, guys. How's everybody? Hey, leave some comments below. I love comments. I love to engage with my audience. Subscribe to my channel. I'm hoping to grow and be able to reach more people. My divorce, how's it going? So, I talked about being good to your enemies and saying, okay, yes, if you want a divorce, you can have your divorce if that's really what you want. um, Letting it fall on my husband, because it does fall on him, because he's the one who's filing, right? So it's his fault if he has a divorce. He can change his mind. There was awful consequences to divorce, right? He can change his mind if he wants. So, with that said, he still signed papers for divorce. Okay, so he still has the divorce in mind. So, love your enemies, be good to them, turn the other cheek. But on the other hand, it doesn't mean you let somebody walk all over you. So, last night, papers were drawn up for certain debt to be taken care of. So, Leandro says, okay, we'll take care of, the taxes, which was ours. Even with my amendment, my correction, there is still a debt. So he's head of household. Everything falls on your husband when he is the leader. So he made it look nice, like, oh, okay, he'll pay for this. And then he'll drop the criminal complaint against you for a fraudulent credit card, which is false. So no real gain there, right? Because I was taking care of all the finances. And that's it. And oh, wait a minute. In storage after your divorce, you're able to get stuff. So I'm like, no deal. There's nothing legally binding after a divorce to get my stuff out of storage. And I gave him my terms. I have been offered work in New Hampshire, and I said, okay, so I want this complaint, gone. I want the Eversource bill up to like 2,500 or 3,000 taken care of. That was our electricity. I have my loan that he chose he never wanted to take care of because, as head of household, he wanted me home, which with three little ones, it made sense for me to be home, right? And to worry about the loan later. So he doesn't want to help with that. I said, I want the rest of the car paid off, the $8,000, although they were willing to settle for $4,200, because he has that truck and motorcycle that I paid for too. What else? So besides, I want some tools. I want some of the books back, guitars, records I brought for him, household stuff, washer, dryer, whatever. I want everything split. So once I asked for help with debt, now that's not alimony. I was willing to put down alimony as long as debt is being taken care of. He was like, no, they don't want to do it. They're like, you have brought nothing to the table and we're not doing this. The fact is that he broke down the marriage. I said it will be a fault divorce. That's on the records. That's pretty serious. He had whether it was an innocent mistake, I wouldn't say it's a mistake, but when a man pushes you, that's the beginning of a breakdown. And I'm not just talking about one push. I'm talking about emotional, verbal. He was supposed to be my best friend. And what a friend does is they support you, they help you, they're there for you, right? He was supposed to be my best friend, and he's not anymore. So those are the terms. That's what I want, because men can get out of alimony so easily, right? You can be like, oh, I don't work now, or, oh, I'll tell the judge I'm paying you, but I'm not giving you money. So you want the money up front. That way, if he's like, oh, I don't have money to pay alimony or whatever, you still have something. So for 32 years of marriage, I said, since you don't want to settle, it's pretty decent just to ask for your own debts to be settled, right? Since you don't want to settle those, I will now fight for alimony. So there is a balance of kindness and grace and standing for yourself. And don't be afraid to do that, ladies, because the guy has left you high and dry. He left me. I mean, I have all my kids I'm taking care of. This is my family as well as his, and he's not even bothering with his sons. He hasn't even lifted a finger to make a call or nothing. His oldest son reached out to him for his birthday, and he pretty much just cut the conversation. So, when a guy is mistreating you, as he is me, and making up lies about me, very, very jealous too, very jealous, hasn't asked me anything about how we're doing, nothing about my side of the story, nothing at all. He just cut the marriage just like that. No communication. And that's, when you have friends like this, you don't need enemies. And this is what I told a lady at the pool yesterday. It's nice to talk to other people who have gone through more than you, because you're like, oh, okay, this isn't as bad as this situation. Not to compare apples and bananas or oranges, but this lady got in an accident last year after the whole COVID thing she went through, had a brain trauma injury, had to see over 400 doctors while she can't even process because of her brain injury. So to see that, and then to see her have a friend for 40 years who's like, I can't be the friend you need right now. After 40 years, she had no visit in a hospital, no family to help her. I mean, that's pretty low to treat someone like that, right? Just because she got in an accident. So, this is the type of scum, including my husband, that will use you and abuse you and take full advantage of you. And this should be my money, right, for alimony, because I'm the one who did most of the work in the marriage anyway. So, yeah, just use you, wants you to sign, wanted me to sign last night. Just that's all they want is what they want. So don't let somebody, there's a point Christ says when someone asks you to walk a mile, go 2 with them. There's a point you're willing to be good to people, but then there's a point where Jesus walked away from certain people. He knew he was just bringing more judgment upon them, and he walked away. And he also said, don't put your pearls before swine, okay? So there is justification for standing up for yourself, being able to see through what it is and say, call a spade a spade. These people are just using me, and they just want to satisfy their own belly rather than even care about another person. There's no care. So you need to take care of yourself. Okay, thanks for joining me, ladies.